2.
Hey, welcome back to my side of the kitchen. It's been a little while. We took a break, gave everybody a chance to get back into the school schedule routine. We had lots of things going on, and seriously, we wouldn't want you to have too much of a good thing. This evening, we are preparing chicken bruschetta, which is going to be served with pasta, and I'm using a vermicelli that's served with a really super light Parmesan sauce. But my favorite part of the meal, you know, is my wine. And tonight, I have been saving this wine to share with you all. This is my absolute favorite wine in the whole entire world. This is a 2014 Vouvray. It is a Barton and Goustier. I think I'm saying that right. Barton and Goustier. It comes from the wine region province in France. It was originally made by an Irishman named Thomas Barton, and this was in, I believe it was in 1780, 1775, 1785, something like that. At that time, Thomas Jefferson, who went on to become our president, was the ambassador to France. And it was because of him and his love of this wine that enabled France to be able to send wine to the United States. So, thank you, Thomas Jefferson. Because of you, I get my favorite wine in the whole world. Now, as we get a little bit further into it, I'll tell you where I first got to taste this wine and one of the reasons why it's my favorite. And a lot of it is because of the memories that go with it. So, here is to our chicken bruschetta served with pasta with a light Parmesan cream sauce and my wine.
Mackie says hi, and Grammy says you look beautiful.
Thank you. I got my hair cut since last I saw you. I decided to go back to the, Texas Beauty Queen 1980s hair. I just was feeling it. It's really what I'm about. I tried to do the small, tidy hair. It does not work for me. So, okay, let's go. We are going to start by browning some chicken. And I know normally you would do that in more like a skillet or saute pan. There's a reason why I'm using this pot, okay? It's gonna make your life easier. It's gonna make cleanup easier. Do it in a pot like this. And I'm gonna add in some extra virgin olive oil. So I am using a boneless, skinless chicken breast. And I don't know if you can see it. I got my pot here in the way. A boneless, skinless chicken breast. Now what I'm using, instead of the great big ones with the big fat end and the thin end, and then they never get done at the right time, and for the fat end to be done, the thin end is tough, and I'm not using those. I'm just using chicken breast tenderloins. And what I did was I put them between a couple pieces of parchment paper, and then I took my rolling pin and rolled them out. I wanted to get them as even as possible. Then I also placed them on paper towel to help pull out a lot of that water. Meat will not brown properly unless it's dry. Okay, so this is gonna splatter. Get ready. Okay, putting my chicken breast in. I'm just going to season this with a little salt and pepper. Now, if you're fixing this for your family, you want to figure, if you're going with these little tenderloins, about 2.5 per person. Okay? Little pepper. Little salt. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Okay, and I probably won't prepare all of these while we're cooking live, but this is what we are actually having for dinner, so I needed to get enough ready for everybody. So we just got through Labor Day weekend. I hope everybody had a great, relaxing time. We had a super fun weekend. I think we had maybe 6 extra kids here at any given time over the course of the weekend. It was mass chaos all weekend long. I loved every minute of it. On Saturday evening, we went to the cutest little hole-in-the-wall restaurant called Beauty in the Bowl. That was in just like outside of like the Dallas Lake, Sylvan Lake area up north. If you're from Indiana, if you're not, look it up. And after we left the restaurant, we stopped at Sylvan Cellars, which is like a winery event center kind of a place. So fun, so super fun. Really great place if you were doing like a girls trip or if you wanted to have a bridal shower or something. That was the cutest place. Loved it, loved it, loved it. What did you do this weekend, Kate?
I worked a lot.
You're such a good girl.
I know.
I'll tell you another reason why I like to use these little chicken breast tenderloins. They cook up faster. I mean, and it's a weeknight. Everybody literally just got home. Kate, who's running the camera this evening, basically slid in here into the kitchen maybe 7 minutes ago, if that.
Yep, probably.
Right before she hit live on the phone, I'm promising you, she was not a very happy girl. She has a case of the hangries. And I'm sure sitting here and watching me cook is not going to help.
No, but I figured munching on chips in the background would not be appreciated, so.
Very true. And you're not going to have to remind me to take drinks of my wine tonight because I love this wine. But before you get any ideas, I'm not drinking for every share. So how many do we have viewing tonight?
20 right now, and I just got a shout out, so hi Eliana.
Oh!
Not for you, not for you.
It wasn't
all
for
for
me.
me.
Okay, sorry. So sorry. Oh. So we did our first live cooking just under a month ago. It hasn't been quite a month. It was the 10th of August, and we're now at the 6th of September. So almost a month ago. Was it the next day that you created the From My Side of the Kitchen page or something like that?
Less than a week.
So in just over 3 weeks, we have reached 500 likes of our From My Side of the Kitchen page. And that is so exciting. I am so excited about that. I don't really know what else to say, but other than I am super, super excited and incredibly humbled by it. It has been so fun to be out and be places and see people, some that I know and some that I don't, that come up to me or even come up to my husband and ask, are you the lady that does the live cooking? And it is cracking me up. So fun. So please, keep coming, keep talking to me. We were at some friends about a week and a half ago, something like that. And I didn't even really think about younger people watching, kids watching. But some friends of mine, super sweet friends of mine, their daughter, who's in 8th grade, apparently really enjoys watching my live feed. So Josie, if you're watching, I haven't forgotten. You are definitely coming on with me, okay? I know there's going to be some things you can teach me in the kitchen. But she watched, and she happened to catch the episode that we did where we were filming the brunch. And so we made the blueberry lemon streusel coffee cake. We also made, that's
yeah.
right. It was the cookie. I've tried to black that one out of my mind. I'm telling you. If you didn't see the cookie episode, that's fine. You don't need to see the cookie episode. Anyway, we also made the banana white chocolate chip muffins that episode. That's right. So anyway, we were with some friends a few weeks ago, and she and her family were there. She knew I was going to be there, and she made those muffins to bring because I was the one that taught her how to make it. It was the sweetest thing in the whole world. I don't get very emotional very often. I mean, like sappy emotional. And it got me right in the feels. I am not even kidding you. That was the sweetest thing. Okay, so back to our little chicken tenders here.
Wait 1 second. I don't know if anyone can hear me over the sound of the chicken.
Sorry.
But Tammy, yes, we are really live right now. You didn't miss it.
Ah, yes, you didn't miss us. She was so bummed when she found out that we were not live, when she was commenting the one other time, and that I didn't drink every time she said, drink, drink. Oh. So in this pot, what I went ahead and did ahead of time is I cooked off my pasta. Just for time's sake and because I didn't want steam going all over the place while you were trying to see me across the stove. The pasta that I chose to use this evening is this Dreamfield pasta. It's a low-carb pasta. It just happens to be what I had in my pantry. It's not because anybody around here is watching their carbs very closely these days, but this is what I'm using. Here's whatever pasta you've got, whatever you like. If you like a whole wheat, use it, whatever. Okay, my chicken is good. I'm going to go ahead and pull this off. And I don't know what that was. Maybe 4 or 5 minutes, something like that per side. Just make sure it's done, but don't overcook your chicken. You want to cook your chicken to 165 degrees internal temperature.
Sandy says she made your Italian stuffed meatloaf today, and it was a winner.
Oh, yes. I have loved everybody that has either sent me text messages or messages on Facebook and sent pictures that they have tried what we have made on the show. So it's so fun. I'm so glad that you're loving it. You know what? It's silly. I'm going to go ahead and put this other chicken in here, even though we're going to move on and do the next step, just so I've got more ready. Because I have hungry people here at my house. And I don't know how it is at your house, but in my house, when people get really hungry, they get grouchy. It is not fun. Okay, again, just a little salt and pepper. Okay. So one other thing that I've been doing since we last chatted was making salsa. Those tomatoes that I was concerned about not getting red, they're totally red all at the same time, in addition to everybody else that has had tomatoes that they keep giving them to me. So I have made extreme heat salsa. I've made normal people salsa. I'm getting ready to make peach salsa. Mom and Dad picked up some peaches for me, so I'm going to make peach salsa. And then I also made salsa verde, which is with the tomatillos. And if there's anybody out there that speaks Spanish better than I do, and I said that wrong, I'm sorry. But those are the little green, cutie little tomatoes. But it's the green salsa. So I have been making salsa like a crazy woman. Okay, I'm going to put this back in my fridge till I'm ready for it again. Rinse my hands. Okay. So one of the other things that's been super fun about all of you wonderful people watching is that some of you have decided you want to give me stuff. And I told you right from the beginning, I'm not proud. Give me stuff. I will take free stuff any day. So my super sweet friend at work, Lisa, was out on her lunch and at a store that was kind of over by where we work, and saw something, and it just made her think of me. And so she picked it up and brought it to me. And when she brought it to me, she handed it to me and she said, "Do you know what this is?" And I had to be completely honest. I didn't know what it was for sure. I've never heard of it before. Let's see if anybody else has ever seen or heard of it. It's totally fabulous. It is called a kitchen boa. Can you get any better than this? Not only does it look amazing, but it's totally practical. Look at this. It's little kitchen towels on the end. The cutest stinking thing I've ever seen. I am so bad when I'm cooking about wiping my hands on my fanny. I do that sometimes. It's not very attractive, but I do it. But this, they're right here. Wipe your hands right on your kitchen boa. I don't know what she paid for it. She didn't tell me, and I was polite and didn't ask. Just said, thank you, thank you, thank you. Kitchen boa. Gotta have one of these suckers. They are awesome. Even if you don't wipe your hands on them, just be fabulous with it. That's what I'm saying. So again, thank you, Lisa, for my kitchen boa. Okay, what are we at, Kate?
Woo, we are at 20 current views and 6 shares. And now everybody really wants the kitchen boa.
It is fan-freaking-tastic.
Did you tell us where it came from, or did you not know?
She got it at Hallmark.
At Hallmark?
Yeah, a Hallmark store. And kitchen boa, where fashion meets function. Look at that. The kitchen boa is a stylish reinvention of the classic tea towel. Worn around the neck, a towel is always close at hand. The kitchen boa. So, the company that makes those, if you want to send me some more, I will take them. So, again, thank you, Lisa. Okay, let's make some bruschetta, shall we? So, I have here, and I went ahead and did it ahead of time, about 4 cups of tomatoes. And these are from our garden, and I diced them up. I didn't peel the skin off, just diced them up. And these are the great big, like beefsteak tomatoes, okay? So, I've got tomatoes there, and I did have them covered because fresh fruit, you're going to have gnats. So that's why they were covered up. In addition to that, I'm going to add about a 1/4 cup of fresh basil. And who remembers what this cut is called? Just curious. And Mom, not you, don't answer, okay? Let somebody else answer. Okay, to that I'm gonna add about a tablespoon and a half of minced garlic. And we'll get this recipe posted for you. This is not exact science, okay? This is just, if your measurements are a little off, it's not a big deal. What are you gonna say, honey?
I'm not. I take it back.
Balsamic vinegar, extra virgin olive oil. You're gonna talk about the blog, aren't you?
I was gonna say, where will this recipe be posted?
We will be posting this recipe on my fabulous, fabulous blog, which is, tell them where they're gonna find it.
From mysideofthekitchen.com.
From mysideofthekitchen.com. Kate has been working like a fiend between the blog and the Facebook page and the adorable little shorts that she's put together for us, which we'll talk about those in a little bit. We've got the YouTube channel. We've finally figured out how to save the Facebook videos and get those up to YouTube.
Wait. For future reference, because I'm hoping to use this to add to my
also salt and pepper, by the way.
I knew how to save the Facebook videos.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I hadn't done it because she kept begging me and I didn't have the time.
Salt.
So I don't want a future employer watching this thinking that I don't know how to use Google to figure out how to save a live Facebook video.
I'm so sorry, honey. Okay, so we've got fresh tomatoes, we've got fresh basil, we've got minced garlic, we've got extra virgin olive oil, we've got balsamic vinegar, and we've got salt and pepper. And we're just gonna stir this together. Toss, 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 toss. Happy, 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 till it's all good and juicy. Yummy! Now you could take this just like it is and eat it on top of like slices of French bread, which yes, is amazing, amazing. But we're not doing that tonight. So this could be a dish in and of itself. Oh! You know what else you could do? You could take this and put in those adorable little fresh mozzarella balls and put those in here and just serve it as a salad. Oh, so good, so good. That deserves a drink of wine, I do believe.
So real quickly, we have 2 answers about the basil. Is it basil, right?
Yes.
Sorry, I'm just the producer. I'm not the chef. I don't know my terms.
Okay.
Rita and Jeff both say chiffonade.
Chiffonade, that's right.
And then Latricia, yes, we are posting the recipe. It will be on from mysideofthekitchen.com probably tonight, as long as I get the blog live tonight. If not tonight, tomorrow.
We're going live! I'm so excited! I wanted to go ahead and post it and tell you, but we have to have content for the blog, and the boss wouldn't let me. So, okay, so we got our happy, happy bruschetta here, okay? It's just gonna sit here, it's gonna hang out. It doesn't keep a real long time, so you're not gonna wanna make this a couple days in advance. I really wouldn't make it more than a couple hours in advance, to tell you the truth. But it was so super simple. And this time of year with these fabulous fresh tomatoes is the perfect time to be doing this. I got my basil up at the farmer's market here in town from Goldwood Farms. Go pay Conda a visit and get some of her gorgeous basil. She's also got purple basil. Purple basil. Amazing. You have to go there. Get this basil. It's awesome. Okay, so that's just gonna sit there. So back to the reason why we use this kind of pot. My chicken is out, it's just hanging out here. I'm gonna take my lid off, cover up my chicken. So I got this pot here. You see all that brown chicken fabulousness in there? That is gonna make this sauce awesome. We are going to take, got about 2 tablespoons of unsalted butter. So I can carry this across the kitchen without spilling it. Okay, some unsalted butter. We're gonna go ahead and sprinkle in some flour. I know, that's probably a couple tablespoons. Then I'm gonna take my, that was hot, fork and scrape off all of that brown chicken goodness. You wanna go ahead and let this cook for just a little bit. That will help cook off kind of that pasty floury taste that maybe you've sometimes had in your gravy or your white sauce. or your Alfredo. We don't want that. So we're gonna cook this just a little bit. Yum, 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 yum. Maybe a smidge more. Yeah, we'll use that. Okay.
So how do you know when you have enough flour? What are you looking for?
I'll show you. Now don't burn yourself. This is hot. Okay, take a gander. Do you see what it looks like? That's what I want it to look like. So to that, I'm going to add some chicken stock. And I've got about 4 cups here. I think we'll go with about half of that to start with. I'm gonna put my fork down and use my whisk. Just whisk, 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 whisk. Get all of that flour incorporated. Oh my goodness. I think I'm gonna sneeze.
Please don't do it into the...
So, excuse me, again, we are live. We don't edit anything out. You see it real. I sneezed into my elbow, so I'm good. So what's happening? What's going on? Who's saying anything?
Mrs. Collier says that Chuck finds you entertaining, not interesting.
Oh, my sweet, sweet friends. Okay, so we just want to let this sit for just a little bit. So I was going to tell you more about my wine. The very first time I had this wine was when we were living in Kentucky. And across the street from where our house was were the sweetest, sweetest little family. My dear, dear friend, as my girls called her, Miss Missy.
And she just joined us.
Missy! I'm drinking your wine. And so the county that we lived in was considered a dry county. Or damp. You could buy wine and beer in restaurants, but you couldn't buy it in a store and bring it home. Which seriously has got to be about the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. Come to our restaurant, get loaded, and then drive home. We don't want you to take it home and drink it. We want you to come here and drink it and then drive home. I've never understood that. But anyway, she drank this wine. This was her favorite wine. And so if we were going to be on the military post, there's a place where you can buy wine on post called the Class 6. And she would say, hey, can you pick me up a bottle of wine? And we would get together with them and have dinner, or maybe occasionally do some sitting by the pool day drinking. That may have happened once in a while. But anyway, this was the wine that she loved, but you could only buy it warm. And so she never wanted to wait on it to get cold. So she'd pour it in her glass and she'd drop in an ice cube. I had never seen anybody put ice in their wine until Missy did it. And now I do it all the time, and I think it's absolutely fantastic. But anyway, I love this wine because I love the way it tastes. I love the history behind it. But I really love the wine because every time I drink of it, I think of my sweet, sweet friend that absolutely helped me get through those years when we lived in Kentucky. So, love you, miss you very much, and thank you for introducing me to this wine. In honor of that, I'm going to have another drink. Okay, so our chicken stock has started to get kind of thick. I'm going to add a little more stock to it. Okay, now I'm going to add some garlic powder just to give it a little extra flavor. I bought a block of aged Parmesan cheese instead of buying it already grated. And I'm using one of the best kitchen tool investments you'll ever make. This little guy right here. It's a microplane. It's not the thing that they use on your feet when you go get a pedicure. This is for your cheese or your chocolate or your nutmeg, all kinds of things you can do with it. So I'm gonna take my cheese, I'm just gonna grate it in there. And that smell that you get from fresh grated Parmesan is so good. So, 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 so good. So that's what we do with that guy. I'm gonna sit in there. I went ahead and grated some ahead of time. I've got about 1.5 cups or so here. Okay?
I wasn't really a Parmesan fan until you brought home those, are they called wisps?
Yes, yes, yes.
Those are good.
They are good. Any of you like gluten-free, low-carb people out there, they're these adorable little like Parmesan crackers, basically, is what they are. They take little piles of Parmesan and bake them till they're crispy, and that's all they are, is cheese. Super, super good on a salad. That's where I like them the best. You just like to eat them.
Yep,
yeah,
like
you just eat them,
myself.
don't you? Okay. Maybe just a little more cheese in there. I mean, seriously, can you ever have too much cheese? I don't think so. So what else has been going on with you, Kate? You're a few weeks into school now. Are you loving it?
Yes. We are in the middle of sorority recruitment, so I'm busy.
You are busy. Okay. Twist that in.
People watching may think that this is the only time you learn about my life.
Actually,
Ask
Kate and
all the
I,
questions.
we spend quite a bit of time together, so I get to hear quite a bit.
Sorry.
So,
one second. I'm sorry. I don't want to have to do this, but our light is doing weird things to your face, so I'm going to.
aww.
Ooh, hopefully not drop it. I'm going to move it. I think that will be better. Okay, go ahead.
Okay. So, one of the things that you've done since the last time we all got together was you created these little shorts for me, where basically all you see is my fabulous cutting board and my hands and then the ingredients. And basically the ingredients come across the screen. We take about, 18 to 20 minutes worth of film time, and you reduce it down to about 40 seconds. Set it to some super cute little quirky music, and we did the Not Your Mama's Chicken Salad, and then we also did the Fresh Garden Salsa. And the Fresh Garden Salsa was, a week and a half ago? It's got, 2,500 views or something like that, and the chicken salad's got around that many too. That was so fun. Loved doing those. I would love some ideas from people on things to do real quick like that. So obviously it's probably not going to be something that's really extensive. It takes several steps to do and lots of pots and pans. But if you've got ideas, I would love to hear what they are, because those were so fun to do. Kate and Ryan kind of worked together and constructed this frame kind of a thing that holds the phone. Again, all done on my iPhone 7 Plus. If you don't have one, I highly recommend you get one. They are amazing. And then she uploads it to her Mac computer, and then her amazing brain takes over from there, and she does the rest of it. I really don't even know what happens. I love that I get to sit here and brag about my incredibly talented daughter, and she's sitting right there and she can't do a darn thing about it. Super fun. So, okay, let's make some happy chicken bruschetta with pasta and this awesome light Parmesan cream sauce. No cream in it though, is there? So if you all think that all I do is fix fatty food, this didn't have a whole lot in it, okay? All right. Got my plate here. Like I said, I had my pasta. I'm gonna take this, put it on my plate, turn that off, get this guy out of the way. What's going on? How many people? What do we got?
We have 20 views.
20 views.
Well, 20 current views.
20 current views? Okay. Now, I didn't add a whole lot to this light Parmesan sauce because the flavor that is in this bruschetta is so amazing. And I don't want to do anything that's going to take away from how fabulous that's going to taste. Okay? So I'm going to just, again, super light. Pour this over the top. Maybe one more.
How about for your shorts, some kind of a good dip for football season?
Ooh, we had talked about doing a whole entire show dedicated to like tailgating, football, NFL, college football, whichever it is that you like to watch, like dishes that you would serve. I think that would be so fun. So fun. Okay. Let's get our chicken. Go like this. Like that guy.
Oh, it smells amazing.
Like that. put that back down here. Okay. Now, let's get some of this. OMG. Not even kidding. This is just fabulous. Oh my gosh. Let's just dress him up just a little bit. Let's just add some more cheese to the top. Okay, so I'm not real sure how long that took us. Not that long, honestly. This was pretty quick. Oh, we gotta get a knife. I have to eat some of this. I know you're starving, but you're just gonna have to wait. Oh my goodness. I wanna make sure I get everything in this bite. Some basil, some tomato, some chicken, a little pasta. Look at that. This is fantastic. This is chicken with bruschetta served with a pasta and a light, and I don't mean no fat, I mean just light, Parmesan sauce right here. I'm gonna eat it. Get ready. Oh my gosh. That is so good. Seriously, the flavor of those tomatoes, especially this time of year, I'm totally talking with my mouth full. I'm so sorry, Mom. Oh my gosh, this is so good. Awesome. You seriously have got to try this. It is amazing, amazing. So I think we're going to go ahead and wrap it up because I want to keep eating. This is so good. Thank you, thank you, thank you to everyone for tuning in, for sharing, for liking. Get ready to check out our blog from mysideofthekitchen.com. The recipe for this will be posted there sometime within the next 24 hours. Can't wait to see you again.